Curry Barker's Obsession. I finally seen it and we need to talk.
Quest for horror. Step inside where the screams and secrets hide.
I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
Welcome back to Quest for Horror. I'm Paul. If it's sharp horror opinions and zero bullshit you're after, then you come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Now, I was actually meant to see this film earlier this week at Scream Unseen, but unfortunately, my cat Dexter had not been very well at all. And unfortunately, my wife Sharon and I had to make the very hard and heartbreaking decision to have him put to sleep. It was absolutely, honestly, absolutely heartbreaking and gut-wrenching, and we loved Dexter to bits, and I just was in no fit state to attend a screening or to even watch a film, so I decided that I would wait until today to see Obsession. So now I've seen it, let's get into my review. After breaking the mysterious One Wish Willow to get the heart of his crush, Bear gets exactly what he wished for, but then realises that something's come at a very dark and dangerous price. So let me explain to you where my mind was at before going into this screening. Now, Obsession is a film that I heard a lot of buzz about last year, especially when it had its premiere at Fantastic Fest. There were so many people that were raving about this film, and of course, like I said on previous reviews, I try not to get too much involved in all that early hype, because a lot of times it can be a film that critics hype and I just don't end up enjoying it. But the fact is, so many people were hyping up this film, and of course, directed by Curry Barker, who did the amazing Milk and Cereal, which is free to watch on YouTube. If you've not seen that, I highly recommend you check that out. So I was very pumped for this film. And only a few weeks ago, we heard that Curry Barker is going to be one that's going to be directing the new Texas Chainsaw film for A24. And he's also recently said in the last few days that alongside people like Lee Cronin, that he would love to take his hand and do like a Nightmare on Elm Street film. But I've been hotly anticipating this film. It's my most anticipated film of this year. So for me, did Obsession deliver?
A love only the branch of a willow tree could conjure.
Let me pull the band-aid off straight away and say this film is absolutely incredible. Honestly, one of the best horror films I've seen in the last 10 years. Director Curry Barker really further stretches his horror legs in this film, because there's so many great things he does in Obsession. It's a very simple setup, but the way he executes that setup, the way things that happen along the way, there's some really shocking stuff and some really creepy stuff that happens in this film. Michael Johnson, who plays Bear, who is the guy that we follow that has this crush and uses the One Wish Willow to get his crush to fancy him. He's a real simp type of character, quite a pathetic guy, doesn't have any confidence of asking his crush out. But as the film goes on and he makes this wish, you really do start to feel with him and connect him as a character, because so much crazy stuff happens to him during this film. But the thing that everybody's going to be talking about in Obsession is Indy Navarrete's performance as Nikki. She is without doubt one of the creepiest characters I've ever seen in a horror film. Just the way that sometimes that she's lit, you only see little bits of glints in her eyes. She's really obscured in some really shadows at sometimes. Sometimes it's what she said. She's very sweet one minute, then she has sudden outbursts with her shrieking really loud voice. It's really unsettling, and throughout the film I never knew what she was going to do, and it really kept me on edge, and she deserves some accolades for her performance, because she is fantastic. We do have some supporting characters here that make up kind of the friend group of Bear and Nikki, and there's actually some really good humour in this film, because there's certain bits you're like, should I be laughing at that? It's very awkward humour and really complements the absolute insanity that's going on screen at times as well. I also really enjoyed the soundtrack to this film. It's a very minimalist kind of synth soundtrack, and it really complements what's going on. It feels very unnerving and very dark, and really complements the film so well. And now moving on to what didn't work for me, and what I will say is that even though I had a great time with this film, I do think the third act ends on a whimper. Now don't get me wrong, there is some really good stuff in the third act, but how it actually ends, it's very obvious how the film is going to play out and what the ending is going to be. So that kind of knocked it a little bit down for me, unfortunately. Also, I did want to see more carnage in this, more gore, more violence. There is some good stuff in there, but there's not a lot of it, unfortunately. And also, I read a couple of weeks ago that apparently they'd cut a scene or some scenes from this film because they said it was too graphic. Now, I hope that when this film comes out available to buy at home, that they do add that in and we get like an extended cut, because I really would like to see what that was. Corey Barker's first feature film just shows that he is another unique voice in modern horror, with like people like Danny and Michael Philippou and Chris Stuckman and Markiplier reaching out, being YouTubers and making movies. I think is genuinely inspiring, and he definitely has a keen eye for horror. He has a keen eye for scares, and he's really made, like I said earlier, one of the most chilling horror characters I've seen in quite some time. I think Obsession is an absolute blast and absolutely worth your time, and I give it 4 out of 5. There you go, guys. There is my review of Corey Barker's Obsession. Make sure you join me in the comment section below to comment what you thought of the film. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Really would like to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you real soon.